morning. All right. April Fools. Today's April Fools. So they're gonna fall. They're gonna play jokes on us. I have a feeling. They've been playing jokes all morning. So yesterday we had a double distribution. If you see, we went to the low side of the range, almost hit our 55.28 target. We got a nice bounce, and remember I said we're likely gonna go to that 56.23, which was the inventory correction, gap to settle fill, and we did, and then we broke above it and then swept through value, came back to the 20-day point of control. I didn't expect that much of a bounce, but we did. And then we tested, we went all the way to the 20-day point of control. We started picking into this single print, and then we rejected that, right? So there were sellers around there. Overnight, we tried getting back below to this lower distribution, but failed. So there's buyers here. Every time we come this way, we find buyers. You can see this, the profile here has this 45-degree angle, the TPO profile, meaning that, each time they try to come lower, they just keep getting rejected, right? The buyer, like sellers cannot get any follow through here. So this is key for today. We're gonna see a battle here. We are seeing a battle here. So I'm gonna use this as my area that if we get below it, we probably gonna go through value area low and attempt to test the spike here, the buying spike. But as long as we stay above it, this area is gonna be choppy. Why? Look at the volume here. We need to build some volumes and fill in this cave area. And then if we are able to get above yesterday's high, there's the single print here, so I think that we're likely to test and fill the single prints. But also, it could be choppy, and we can spend some time filling this whole area and making it a nice distribution profile. If we start seeing some squeezing, like some sellers getting squeezed up here, then I'm gonna look for how much of the single print we can clean up, and if we're able to get inside the value of this session right here. If that's the case, I'm gonna look for this point of control 57.50 that was very relevant a few days ago, and then these two red areas that I have here, they're low volume nodes, so I'm expecting sellers to still be around this area if we get that high. So expecting choppy conditions today, as long as we stay in this area. If we get below 56.10-ish, then I will expect a little more of what we've been seeing, this selling continuation, and probably tagging this 55.80, although there's that little bit of a low volume node, so a little bit of support there. So, but 56.80 had a lot of volume, so maybe we'll retest that. In Q, same structure, same. And Q was it was a double distribution. You had those single prints here, and then we tried to get below during the overnight also, and then rejected. So kind of like the same thing. The target for NQ on the upside is 19,700, if we are able to get above the overnight high. So 19,700. But look at I mean, the structure is slightly different, right? Like, because you have the overnight session that actually broke above yesterday's high on NQ, but then on ES it didn't. So that's one thing to note. The other thing to note is that ES, even though it looks like it was weaker because it didn't take this high, it wasn't able to get into the lower distribution at all, while NQ did, right? It could just be that NQ is more prone to run stops, so maybe that's the reason. But anyway, those are things that I look at and keep in mind. On the downside, if we get below the overnight low, target is 19,220. And yesterday, by the way, I had this 980 target. We hit it to the tick and then bounce, deleting that one because we don't have that anymore. I have another one at 960. Okay, but I think that's it for NQ. Yes, we went over it. And crude, remember I said 72.30, 72.25. We're almost there. After yesterday, it was a nice breakout out of the range, and I kept mentioning this level, so it looks like we're heading there. If we reject all this spike here, then we're looking at coming back to 69.90. And crude, and gold also. Yesterday I put this target here, and we almost got there during the overnight session, but the target is 31.82. Not quite there yet, but almost. We keep you see that we keep pushing, breaking out, leaving this high volume areas, leaving this low volume nodes. So this is all kind of poor structure, this last leg. So we're probably gonna retest this area eventually, the 31.30. The first test for me is a buy right here. So 31.30, probably a good buy with a stop, with a short, tight stop below this point of control for a move back to the high volume areas. Okay, what do we have today for news? We have 9:45. We have PMI and JOLTS at 10 a.m. So JOLTS, ISM, we have a bunch of stuff at 10 a.m. So we might just see a choppy open, or maybe usually we see like a strong move the first few minutes, and then it just waits until the 9:45 news. I think that's pretty much it. We have an employment on Thursday, so expect more chop until then. All right, good luck.